Hello and welcome to Anime School. In this series I'm going to be teaching about the various big topics from the anime world. In lesson 1 we're going to be talking about how much anime costs to make, where the money comes from and where it's distributed. So where does it all begin? Well, contrary to what people might think, it doesn't really come from directors, studios or people who make the anime. The decision will come from a producer at a big company, someone who won't have anything to do with the production of the anime. So how does he pick what anime to make? Well, it all comes down to money. Normally a show will be made to advertise something, whether that be a light novel, manga, video game or even a product. So now that the anime's been chosen, it's time to come up with the money. A normal episode of anime will cost roughly between $100,000 and $300,000. This might seem a lot for an anime, but there's thousands of people from all around the world that are involved in creating the anime. It's not just the people you see in the credits. So where does this money come from? Well, a lot of places, which means the control of the anime is split up between a lot of people. The producer will bring together many different companies together for funding. Ad agencies, investors, distributors, a lot of hands go into the pot to get the funding. This is where the biggest misconception about anime production comes in. Who has control? It's not the studio, it's not the director of the project, it's not even the original creator. It's nobody. There isn't one person who has the all-seeing eye, except on rare projects where the original creator has full control. The majority of the time it's split up between everybody. Depending on how much money you have in the project, you have a bigger say. So if you wanted to add more fan service to boost sales, or maybe change a plot point to appeal to a certain audience, it's the money that makes that decision. So the funds have been raised, now it's time to start production. The producers will hire an animation studio to create the show, normally one they have connections with or have worked with before. If the studio take on the job, production will start. The studio's job is not to create something that will be critically acclaimed in the future or win awards, it's to make back the money that was put into the project originally. It's the studio's job to make an anime as appealing to everyone as possible. So who gets what? This is where it gets pretty complicated and numbers can fly around. Many reports have been written about who gets paid the most, etc, etc. And for me to sit here and list arbitrary numbers and job titles would be boring. So I'll break it down pretty simply. Most people in production get very little for working, especially the animators. The majority of the money goes to directors and composers. Key animators and in-betweeners get paid very little. There are so many animators that work on one project, it's understandable that they get paid poorly. But it has been a big topic in animation for the last 30 years. So that's where all the money comes from and how it's spent, but how do they make that money back? Again, this isn't as easy or simple as people think. Initially, an anime will have a TV run, and then the release of a DVD or Blu-ray. Merchandise will be one of the main money sources at the start as well. Then streaming sites will be sold to online companies. International DVD and Blu-ray rights will be sold later on, and future TV runs. Most of the time, anime series will take years, if not longer, to make that money back, and 1/3 of all anime never will. So there it is, that's how much anime costs to make. If you found this video interesting or learned something new, help me out by clicking the like button and leaving a comment with your thoughts. And of course you can subscribe for more videos or click any of them on the screen. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.